I'm happy to be joined by one of New England's finest. Once again, Leon Davis is back on the show. Leon, it's been far too long since we've talked last. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good, and got a lot of exciting things to talk about. Unfortunately, you don't have a fight lined up, but you are going to be embarking on a great venture with Bill Vigil and the Ammo Grappling top level pro promotion there. So we'll get into that here shortly. But first, tell me what life has been like. I know you have a new job as a police officer in Massachusetts. Just tell me what life has been like for you during this pandemic.
No, life's been good. I just been working a lot. Um, gearing up for wrestling season and stuff. I actually coach team up here in Massachusetts at Minnechaug Regional High School. So I'm juggling that. I'm juggling my wrestling academy that I do with Darby McLaughlin, the Central High School coach, dynamic wrestling academy, and on top of that, working full time. So it's been a lot.
Yeah.
It's been fun though. It's been a fun ride. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually cool to embark on different little ventures here and there. So I'm enjoying life. I'm like smiling every day and just having fun.
That's what it's all about. I'm happy to hear that things are going as well as they are for you. As far as, you coaching wrestling and everything, tell me, what is the New England wrestling scene looking like? Are we starting to catch up to, I guess there are a couple of other places in the country where wrestling is just, dominant and there's a lot of fantastic wrestlers. What is New England like in that aspect?
New England's funny in that aspect because I believe that New England's like a sleeper cell. Like we have some really, 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 really talented kids up here, but that no one knows about except here in New England. And it's like I think like some of the top kids in New England, that personally I coach, Darby coaches, the Eastern Mass, you know, um, teams coach can compete with anyone in the United States. Even like some can even compete at an international level. We've had so many people that have moved on to college and everything and did great. So I really think that New England's starting to catch up to like the Iowas, the Californias, you know, the Minnesotas and stuff.
Mhm. Can you try and compare how gratifying it is for you when you see a student that you are helping progress as a wrestler and he goes and wins a big match versus you stepping inside the cage? I know it's been a couple of years since you've fought last, but what are those feelings like, as far as fighter versus coach?
Well, it's actually I actually enjoy when I'm I'm kind of weird. Like I would like when I competed and everything, I'd be excited I won and everything, but I'd be like, okay, cool. But when I've had two state champs so far, a bunch of sectional, placers and state placers, and it's like it's exciting when you see them like they're moving on like to the all states of New England or winning a state title. You're like, oh shit, man, fucking hell yeah, you know what I mean? I get all excited and jittery and everything. I'm like jittery like a schoolgirl. But I try to play it cool and everything. But inside I'm like jumping up and down. Where like when I was competing, I would get excited, but I'd be like, okay, cool. I just didn't really. I had fun, but it was like it's more gratifying for me to get you know see someone I've been working with for years, win a state title or a sectional title.
Yeah. Well, just another reason why you're clearly respected as you are, not just as a fighter, but as a man and as a coach. Tell me, man, like what has your job been like with, being a police officer and that transition? Because it's been you haven't been doing it fairly long now. It's been under a year, if I'm not mistaken. Just tell me what that's
It's
like.
been 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's
2 years. Oh, time
time's
flies.
yeah, time flies. It's crazy. I think I was talking to you last summer, actually. Yeah, last summer I was talking to you about it, and it's been exciting and it's been fun and I learn every day. I learn something new every day. My thing is I try to treat everyone the same. You know what I mean? It doesn't, and I talk to everyone the same. I'll crack jokes. I'm just myself. I don't try to be all hard and everything. I treat people like humans, you know, and I think that's why I have a good, you know, rapport with a lot of people in Springfield. So, you know, I try to just keep everything, you know, I try to, how do I put it? Like I try to treat people how I would want to be treated, or how I would want my mother to be treated if they came into interaction with a police officer. You
For
know,
sure.
so
Have you noticed, has things been a little bit more difficult around the Springfield area during this pandemic? Are people a little bit more, their anxiety heightened and having more issues, or have things kind of been slower?
definitely been slower. You know, I think everyone's taking it serious, which is good. You know, me personally, I'm taking this thing serious. You know, I'm not training as often as much as I would be. You know, as I was saying to you before we started this recording, like, you know, I think people should be taking this serious, because I would hate to get someone sick that, you know, like I'm a 32-year-old man. I can fight this, you know, but when you get older and everything, people's immune systems aren't, you know, as good, and I'd hate to give it to someone. You know, I'd feel horrible if I got someone sick. You know, so I've been like, I'm really cautious and everything. You know, I try to keep my 6 feet. You know, I try to wear a mask when I can. You know, and I absolutely hate wearing masks, but I try to do it as much as I can. You know, but I try to keep the 6 feet. I always try to. I always have hand sanitizer. I'm always putting hand sanitizer on. You know, I'm trying, when I get home, I immediately jump in the shower. You know, wash my body and everything. So,
Mhm.
you know, I try to you know, keep up with all the protocols and stuff. You know, always wiping everything down. I wipe my cruiser down before I get in with Clorox spray and wipes. So, you know, some people call it paranoid. I call it, you know, being, you know, careful and having good precautions. You know,
Yeah.
I just want this. I just want us to get past this, you know, so everyone can get back to, you know, normal life.
Right. When do you think that normal life will actually happen? Do you think in 2021 we'll get there, or do you think this could be something that lasts for years to come?
I honestly don't know, you know, maybe November, maybe 2021, maybe forever, you know, we'll see, you know, you just have to, if everyone does the right stuff, then we'll get through this, you know, as one. But if people, like, you know, continue going out to parties, not being precautious, you know, with their with their stuff, you know, protecting themselves and everything, then um, then this will last a lot longer than it should.
Mm. Yeah, well, hopefully we get past this soon, because it's been difficult enough. I'm sure most people would agree with me on that. Now, as far as your training goes, I mean, it's been what, 3 years since you fought. You were saying you're just getting back into to getting some work in, and are you hoping to maybe have another MMA fight here in the near future?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not honestly. I'm not stressing it. You know, if I compete again, you know, I'll compete again. I'll give Tyson a call and be like, hey, let's get back on the ball. But I'm not stressing it. You know, I have so much stuff going on. You know, between the top level and, you know, right now my number one priority is, you know, winning a state championship with my wrestling team right now.
Mhm.
So, you know, I'm the kind of person that's always put like myself kind of on the back burner for my teammates and everything. You know, so right now I'm just like I'm not saying I'm not motivated, because I'm motivated, but I kind of enjoy the coaching thing. You know, I kind of enjoy seeing the perks of, you know, these kids succeeding. You know, getting the kids to, you know, college and fulfilling all their goals and everything. I think that's that's what a coach is made out of. And maybe I'm a better coach than I was a, you know, a athlete. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe. I know you wanted the answer of yes. I know, but I can't tell you. I'm honest. I'm honest. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I'm taking it day by day. You know, I got a 14-month chocolate lab that takes up most of my time also. So, you know, so I got a lot of stuff going on, but maybe you'll see me back in. You know, and it has to, honestly, it has to be some a fight that motivates me too. It's not like, I don't want to just take, just something to, you know, a fight just to take a fight and train half-ass and be like, okay, I'm not motivated for it. Maybe if it like it's something that motivates me, you know, I don't know, maybe.
Is there someone that comes to mind that maybe you would get you motivated and get you back in there?
I don't know, maybe I don't know, like I don't even honestly, I'm so out of the local scene and all that stuff. I don't pay attention to that. I I really don't. I don't know who are some of the big shots now. You
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah, well, right now with the pandemic, all the regional shows outside of CES is going to have their first show
Oh,
here in a week or so. So we'll see what happens, but everything is all up in the air and kind of wonky right now. And again, it begs the question too: if you do come back, what would your goals be? Like, would fight once or twice more? Were you trying to make a push to get to the next level? Like, is that something you've even thought about? Because to me, it sounds like right now it's just kind of like on the back burner.
yeah, I haven't even really honestly, I haven't thought of MMA or anything. You know, like they kind of joke around with me at work because I'm in like still decent shape. You know, I still have you know all my muscle and everything, and these guys will come in like with like sweet potato and stuff and like their boiled chicken, and then you'll see me walk in with a giant piece of cake right at right during dinner eating cake. They're like, what the? They're like, Liam, are you serious right now? What the fuck? I'm like, hey man, I'm enjoying life right now, guys. You know,
What are
so
you what are you walking around at right now?
like 90.
Okay.
So it's nothing crazy, but I'm definitely enjoying life. I'm not over watching my calories and everything, and you know, eating boiled chicken. I'm eating whatever I want. You know, I'm rewarding myself for. People forget too. I've been competing, you know, straight. I never took any time off. I I went from youth wrestling right into high school wrestling, right into college wrestling, right into MMA. I never took years off or anything, you know, and I always competed at a high level, you know, wrestling at the New Englands, wrestling at the Nationals, you know. So I think right now it's like, you know, it was like a little break, went to bigger break, went to a kind of bigger break, went to a even longer break.
Well, whatever happens, I'm sure that I know the MMA community around here would love to see you back if you made that decision. Let's talk about what you're doing with Bill Vigil and Ammo, top level pro. It's a grappling series. You're going to be the grappling operations manager, and you guys are planning an event by the end of the year. Tell me a little bit more about this.
So yeah, so it was actually weird. So I was out with Bill one night at dinner, and we were just talking and shooting the shit and everything. And I was actually like, I'm like, I got this going on, I got that going on, you know, and I kind of want to start something, you know. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do something to just stay involved and help people out, you know. And I'm like, I don't want to do an MMA promotion because that's just a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? That's just a pain. All the obstacles, all the politics, all that. I don't want to do that. That's just too much work. So then me and Bill were talking, and I forget how it came up. I don't remember if he mentioned it or I mentioned it, and we were like, dude, let's start a professional grapplers league because I've been watching the Chael Sonnen Submission Underground nonstop. Like I've been watching that like crazy, um, and uh, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it, and I just I just like I would literally watch it every single time. I'd be at work and I'd be like, oh my god, oh, okay, we gotta get through roll call. I gotta watch some Submission Underground, you know, and and then Bill was like, hey, why don't we start one? Let's do it. And then we got the ball rolling and everything. And next thing I know, we have a grappling promotion we're starting. You know, we were aiming for November, but with the pandemic and everything, you know, and call me paranoid and everything. But again, the last thing I would want to do is at a event that we host, someone gets sick, you know, and then God forbid they die. So we pushed it off a little bit. So we're probably going to start March, but the reception's been great. I've been getting hit up left and right to get people matches and stuff. So I'm like, you know, I'm excited for it because I think it's a real good opportunity for people. you know, especially grapplers, because you don't really have like a grappling showcase around here like that, because we're planning on doing events every other month, you know, and then just keep on expanding and expanding and expanding. We got an awesome venue that it's it's crazy, like the venue that we got, and I'm just excited for the future. You know,
Mm-hmm. Where is the venue? That was actually going to be my next question.
it's actually in Holyoke, Massachusetts. We signed to have shows at this place called the Carriage House. It seats about 800 people. So, and it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it, it's kind of like Cage Titans venue. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
actually cool, you know.
Yeah.
Um, it's very we got very lucky, and it's and they're supportive because they want to start building up their clientele, and so it's kind of like you know they're they're able to start promoting shows at their venue, and their venue's going to get well known because it's a beautiful venue. It's beautiful. Like, I'm from this area. I didn't even know that venue was there.
Wow.
I guess
That's
it's been
exciting.
yeah, it's been there for like 60 years. So I'm like, I walked in, I was like, what the heck? Where the hell did this come from? So it's a awesome opportunity. I'm happy to I'm just thankful and happy for the opportunity that's getting presented to me. You know.
Now, will you guys be hosting these like during the day, or will this be kind of like an event where it'll be like an evening where people come and you'll have a liquor license and you'll be selling alcohol? Like, tell me what that aspect is going to be like.
So yeah, so it's going to be what it's going to be is it's going to basically be like a MMA event. Like, you get tickets, you you get to go. We're going to have a huge platform, just like we're not going to use a cage. We're going to use a platform, kind of like some of these other, um, you know, like Grappler's Quest and Fight to Win and stuff. And we're going to we're going to have a liquor's license. We're going to have food. We're going to have we're going to have drinks. It's going to be an all ages event, and it's just going to be a good time. We're going to have we're going to have super fight tournaments. We're going to have we're going to have super fights. We'll have tournaments where you can win cash. We're going to it's going to be fun. I'm real excited.
That's fantastic. Talk real quick about Bill Vigil, just him as a man and how good he is about, I guess, cultivating relationships and putting on shows. I've known Bill for a few years now, and he's been nothing but a friend to me. And I'm really excited that you and him are linking up and embarking on this adventure here together.
Bill's a great guy. I've known him since 2000. Um, he's going to be like, oh, you don't remember how long you've known me for? I think maybe like 2012. I don't know. My memory's shot. um, yeah, let's say 2012. 2012, 13. I've known him since, and he's always just been a straight up gentleman with me. Um, we became acquaintances, and then we just became friends. We'll go out to dinner, we go to a casino, we'll just talk about life. He's like one of my good friends now. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy, this community that we're in. Like, it connects people from different aspects of life. We both came from like different ends of the spectrum and stuff, and it's nuts that me and him became you know buddies. And like, he'll call me whenever, ask me a question. I'll call him whenever and ask him a question. He's one of the most genuine people I know. And he's really the realist. Like, he'll he's not scared to like tell people, like, look, man, this is how I am. Like, you can take it or leave it. I'm not going to change because you don't like how I am. If you don't like how I am, then that's not my problem. That's your problem, because I'm 100% honest kind of person.
For
You know.
sure. No, I got nothing but the utmost respect for Bill. He's been phenomenal to me. So I'm really excited, man. I got to make sure that I come down for this first event that you guys have. You were saying it, you're thinking maybe March now. You were originally thinking November, now pushed to
Yeah,
March.
yeah, it's probably going to be March now, February or March, just because of we're not even in phase 4 yet up here.
Okay. Yeah.
So why have a show? just to cancel it when we know it's not gonna happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
That's just, to me, that's just like, it's not cool. You know, you'll have all these people getting prepared and everything, and last minute, oh yeah, it's not going to happen. Sorry guys. You know, and that looks bad on us.
Yeah,
So,
you want your first show to go off without a hitch, and you'll be off and running from there. Well, again, Leon, that's exciting, man. I'm happy to catch up with you, and I could speak on behalf of all the MMA fans out there. They'd love to see you back in the cage if that happens. But in the meantime, enjoy your coaching. We appreciate the work that you do out in the community as a police officer, and it's always great catching up. If you have anybody to thank or any sponsors, if you still have any, the floor is yours.
I haven't talked to anyone, but yeah, thanks to Bill, thanks to Tyson, thanks to, my teams, Triforce MMA, Underdog MMA, Team Link, thanks to everyone. Yeah, we'll see what the future holds. Again, shout out to the Minichog Wrestling Falcons. Shout out to my wrestling academy. Shout out. I'm actually going to go coaching a little bit tonight too. So I'm I'm excited. We'll see what happens for the future for me competing and everything. It's like, the door's always open.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not old or anything. So we'll see what happens. The only thing that'll suck is not being able to eat that cake and ice cream all the time. But I guess I'll have to sacrifice or move up to heavyweight. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you again for your time. I appreciate
Of
it.
course.
It's always a pleasure to catch up with you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Feeling is 100% mutual. I look forward to seeing you at some point here very soon.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.